Can you hear me?
We hear you, but we don't know if we can hear the others.
Okay, Ilya, could you say something, please? Just something, because we need to check if the Orgapu will hear you or not.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Can you hear him?
That's right. Okay,
Okay,
very nice.
super.
Oh, excellent.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, guys, it's wonderful. Now I can show you. Can you see the board? Can you see the board and the questions in here? You can make it bigger, smaller, or something. These are our questions for discussion. So let's start with main rule. So we have 6 minutes to discuss and to write down some information in here, keywords, and also to choose the person who will present the information that he or she will get from here to another group. So we're going to talk about cross-cultural communication. And how do you understand cross-cultural communication? So please feel free to discuss it and to share your opinions. There, I will tell you one more time, there are no correct answers. It is not exam. It is not like testing your knowledge about cross-cultural communication. It is how do you understand it? Because for us, it is much more important to understand what you know and how can we improve your knowledge. So please, who wants to start the discussion? And also don't forget that you can write down in here something. Who wants to start the communication? Please be very, very active. The first question first, the cross-cultural communication. How can you understand it? Ivan, Ilya, Orgapu, please. Is it, do you don't know what is it? No, any variants?
Communication is our group here says between different countries.
Okay, good. Other variants?
So one suggestion we have here that it is interconnectedness and interdependence.
Okay, nice. So we will write it down in here on the board. And please, other people, share. How do you understand it? What's for you? Please, Anna, Ivan, Ilya.
Continue.
Yes. Can I what?
I can continue.
Yes, of course, obviously. Please continue.
From my point of view, cross-cultural communication is like a process when two cultures meet each other, and it is how they exchange some knowledge, information, and so on. It's like how I understand it.
Yeah, good. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. And guys, the most important question is also, so if anybody need to discuss something, I mean, other points of view. So, and the most important question after discussing the cross-cultural communication, how can we see it? What role does intercultural communication play during times of war? You know, we are living very challenging period of time because of many situations, but it's not only about current situations, it's all about in general. So during these challenges in our life, how cross-cultural and intercultural communication can help us, or maybe what is the main role of it? So, who can start?
Say something.
Obviously, yes, of course. Please, Ilya. So active today. Wonderful.
I a bit more think about this. For me, no, communication between cross-cultural communications is communication between two cultures. Of course, um, it's involves understanding and respecting the differences in language, customs, values, and norms of each culture. And for me, I think it's really good to exchange of ideas, information, and uh, and other, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you so much. So, other people, please, guys. Anna, how are you? Can we hear you? Can you write down something on the board? Okay. All you think about it, you can write down on the board. Unfortunately, we cannot hear you.
While
So,
Anna we give an answer to this question.
uh-huh.
So we have
Cross-cultural communication helped me date with my foreign friends and discuss many issues, and I can know about culture and maybe specific language.
do you hear?
Yes, yes, perfect. Yes, right, right.
Okay.
Okay, okay, nice. Please, others.
Well, may I?
Yes, of course, of course. Go.
Well, in my opinion, first of all, the cross-cultural communication is communication between two people, two or more people from different countries. And for example, I have some internet friends from foreign countries, and we have some rules in our communication. First of all, we have to we have to. Okay.
Tell me, ask me. I will help you with the word in Russian. You can say.
Oh, yeah, I've remembered. We have to. Да я снова забыл.
No
Okay.
problem. It's
We have to respect each other. We have to respect culture, or we have to respect our cultures, and of course we don't have and we have not to speak about politics,
okay.
else it's very complicated thing.
Yeah, this is the question of different points of view, and yes, especially in worldwide space, it is very important to not. Not to start the arguments, and this is yes, that's nice, very good, very good. So, well, guys, we have 3 minutes just to make up the little conclusions on our boards. So as you can see, we have some word. Communication is a process when the two cultures meet and exchange some knowledge. Perfect. This is what we have. Also, we need to write down probably that we need to create our rules, right? To create the rules of communication. And guys, now we need to choose the person who will go to another room, to team number 1, 2, or 3, to present and to discuss our talks. So let's make up the conclusion what we were talking about right now. Who is let's choose the leader. Ilya, can I ask you to be the leader because you are so active today, and it would be nice for you and for us to give you a chance to exchange our knowledge with other group.
Um, I
You
don't mind.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's just for this 1 minute, let's make up the conclusion. Let's do it all together. And first of all, so what we discussed in here, answer my question, and then we discussed two questions, which what we were talking about today. Now,
What does cross-cultural communication means?
super. And what we understand, what is it? And how can we deal with, and what is the most important intercultural communication in the period of wars and peace? What's the main role of it? How can we conclude? You can see it on the board, by the way.
We also have a suggestion that
Yes, please.
by all means mutual respect.
Super. Yeah.
Know about speech.
Третье, можно написать,
Knowledge of language, which also helps, of course. And anything else?
About culture.
And knowledge of the culture.
Yes.
Maybe about religion.
And religion. Yes.
Part of the culture. Yeah, very important part of the culture. Right.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. So, guys, now it's time to change the room. So, please go. We will change a little bit. Now, you stay here, and Ilya go to the room number 2. Ilya, you will go to the room number. You cannot go. Oh my God, you cannot go because no, you are from your. You're not from university, right? Working, Ilya.
I'm now at the university, and
But you're not in the room, the main room. I mean, you can via your device, via your computer or mobile phone, you can join the team number 3. Can you?
yes, I can.
So go to the team number
Two.
team number 2. Yes, team number 2.
Okay.
And the other people will come to here. Okay, we are waiting. Just a second.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Please introduce yourself. Thank you so much. We have new members. Please introduce yourself, guys. We will start with Simeon.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Semyon. I'm 16 years old, and I'm from Russia, Ulyanovsk. I am student of the 10th grade, and um, my hobby is the sport. I really fond of uh, to work out. I really like to spend my time with my friends on the gym or street equipment.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Maxime, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is
Hi.
Maxim. I'm 16 years old. I live in Russia, Ulyanovsk, like Semyon. Uh, my hobby is play on my electro guitar, and also like Semyon, I do like sport activities.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, can you tell us what questions you were discussed in your group? And if you want, you can also use you can also use some tools and write down on the board. So, can you share what questions you discussed?
The first question, it's what are some common mistakes people make while communicating across cultures? We find some problems, some mistakes which people do, and the first one is what people often stereotype other cultures. It's mean that some culture stereotypes can be funny, but another can offend a person, and it's not cool. And people should not stereotype other cultures. Uh,
Okay, continue. Keep going.
the second about this question is the thoughts about similarity. People often think that people from other cultures think and communicate in the same way as they do. This can lead to misunderstanding. And the third one is ethnocentrism. This mistake consists of believing that one's own culture is superior than another cultures. It's the three mistake which we highlighted in our group.
Okay, thank you so much. And let's listen to Maxim as well. And then, guys, please also, it is time for us to share. Some of us, maybe it will be Ivan or one person from Urgapur who will conclude, who will share what we were talking about. And then we can also discuss the conversation and also to uh, give our point of view for these questions. So first of all, Maxim, let's listen to you. What were your answers and what do you think about stereotypes, about communicating across cultures and so on?
Me?
Yes, please.
We talked about with Simon. This
Maybe
sounds
maybe he will talk about second question.
Yes, go. Probably as you want. Maxim?
yeah. I don't understand what I should do.
Can you please answer the second question? What is the most important thing for a
Uh,
university or
okay,
school to consider? Yeah,
okay.
and then go.
In my opinion, the most important thing for a university or school to consider is culture sensitivity. Uh, Culture sensitivity includes respecting culture differences, avoiding culture stereotypes, and uh, creating a supportive environment for all persons from other cultures.
Okay. So, guys, now let's discuss these questions, and then let's share our questions with the participants who join our group. Guys, so what do you think about these questions? What are the common mistakes of cultural exchanges and communicating cross cultures in your point of view? Maybe some of you can give some examples. Yeah.
We'll try.
Yeah, sure.
Start. So the most often or frequent mistakes when we have some exchange programs, you mean? Yeah. So the
Yeah.
first one, of course, if the person is unprepared. So if a person goes to another country, of course, he should or she should find out as much as possible about the culture he's going to encounter. Yes. Any
Yeah.
other ideas? How to prepare to avoid the mistakes in such a situation?
I think maybe it is not mm, really good, uh, really good topic of in each other between people and maybe for example it is about money, about politics, and I think
To avoid not very appropriate topics, yeah, for discussion. Mhm.
Okay, yeah,
Avoid
yeah,
something not appropriate for discussion in that or other culture. Mhm. But of course, it's a point of preparation, so we should know beforehand about such topics. Mhm. Anything else?
okay.
Okay, we'll give the floor to other people who.
Yes, thank you. Maybe Ivan can,
Yes.
please.
As I understand, one of the most important mistakes during communication, cross-cultural communication, it's like when you affected by stereotypes. As we know, there are both good and bad stereotypes, and during your communication, if you affected by bad stereotypes, it can have some effect on your perception of reality, let's say, and it will ruin your communication in future.
Okay, all right. So and guys, who can share what we talked about with guys before our questions? Can sum up for Maxim and for Simeon because they join our group and for them this is um okay, I will, if you don't mind. If you want to join me, I will. Now we will sum up, and in few minutes, we will also change the room, and we will be waiting for other participants. So, guys, Maxim and Simeon, actually, we discussed other questions. We talked about cross-cultural communication. Do you have any point of view? What is cross-cultural communication? I know that you are too young and you are still at sorry, you're still at school. But how do you understand cross-cultural communication? And have you ever faced? I know that you have, but how? What is for you cross-cultural communication? My young generation.
Um,
Simeon,
for
yeah,
me, cross-cultural communication, it's important thing in the modern world, and not only the modern, in the all humanity history, it's always was a really important thing, and it's mean people share share their ideas, thoughts about some situation, maybe exchange uh, experience of in some situations,
yeah.
and the cross-cultural communication helps to world be better, I think.
Oh, wonderful words, wonderful words. So, and Maxime, and just tell me, please, maybe you know some rules from about communicating. Maybe you have some people you communicate with, or have some experience in communication with people from different countries and cultures. Can you tell us?
Yeah, I have, but I think that uh, this communicating should be on
Choose
simple
to talk about это ты? Oh, sorry.
should
I'm
be
sorry.
on simple the themes. Uh, for example, not about politics or personal topics, because I have experience when some men asked me about myself, my personal topics, and I didn't like this communicating.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. To be honest, we also discussed about it and also uh, had the same, topic not to talk about is about politics and religion. As I'm also the teacher of international communication, and I know that this is one of the main rule not to use the information and not to start the conversation about politics and sometime, but to be honest, in French culture, with French can discuss the politics things, but when, for example, Russian or another representative of this culture, of another culture, will start to talk about the politics in France, it doesn't work well. It's always with arguments, and even they think that it's very rude. It's all about my life, for example. And yes, but talking about personal life, it is especially the question for discussion maybe between very close people. But if we speak about Chinese culture, so it is a little bit different, and we will discuss it maybe next time when we will work on special items for communication with each group of people. So, guys, it is 14:50, and now it's time to exchange. And I think Simon will go to. Simon, are you ready to go? Because you were very guys.
I
If
was
anybody,
ready.
you was ready, you are ready. Great. You will go to another group. You will go to group number 3 to discuss. And so, and we will be waiting here other participants. So 2 minutes. Oh, 1 minute, I think. Okay. So now we have new members. Nice. Please, guys, we have Alexander, and only Alexander is here. Good.
And Vlad also here.
Vlad, awesome. So Alexander and Vlad, please, could you please share your questions? What were you talking about during your discussion in your room?
So we talk about the problem of understanding the worldview, and we got 4 problems. It
Okay.
turns out that people have different traditions. The second one, the problem is various time zones, where while someone just got up and another person is just go to prepare for sleep and etc. So the fourth one is so wait please for a while. Um, so and the last one is limited access to information. So the solutions of this problem is to create speaking intercultural club for learning international languages, because people have different native languages, and It's a problem to understand what each other person is talking about. So the second one is we need to make presentation about different cultures. We need to present about traditions, habits, maybe crazy habits, and etc. The third one is tolerance. Uh, Tolerance is it is necessary to show tolerance and respect for other cultures, even if they differ from our own. And the fourth one is exchange programs for improving relations, and the last one is openness to information. So access to a variety of information helps to better understand other culture and their customs. And this is all for now.
Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's quite interesting. And Vlad, do you have something to add? Can you please tell us what do you think? Because you also came to our group for talking about, and so.
I think we did the whole work of this question. We found the problems and found the solutions.
Okay, and that Alexander has already presented, but maybe
Yeah.
you have some examples, other examples or not?
Uh, which what is examples?
I mean, of the situations. So, for example, of challenges for intercultural communication. So, Alexander named some of them, and maybe you have your own.
No, that's all.
Okay, you discussed it together.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have presented all information we have.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, please, the participants, other participants, Matvey, Ivan. Matvey, please, what do you think about how might the different world wide of diverse cultures present challenges for international communication?
Well, in my opinion, the first and the most effective way to, how can I say it rightly, way to communicate each other without any borders and something like that is to know English or other international language, something like lingua franca, because the language border is the most is the most important and the biggest problem of international communication. And but nevertheless, very important is cultural differences too. But they can be reached easy because you know you must just respect other cultures, other religions, other laws, and something like that, and it will be enough to communicate each other rightly. Something like that is my opinion.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really like about, you know, this point about languages. Also, Alexander talked about it, and also about lingua franca. It is very necessary because now we also focused maybe on the communication. And yes, the most important problem for understanding is not to understand what other people talk about if you do not know, for example, right now, the lingua franca is English. And how do you think? It's my question to all of the group, guys. How do you think? Will it, because of all the situations, and we also talk. We don't want to talk about politics, but anyway, we understand that the world is changing, and I have my personal opinion, but I also want to hear yours. How do you think in these changes and in this changing world and life, What will be the role of Russian language? Is it possible? Just let's imagine that Russian language will be the lingua franca. Is it possible? Let's discuss it. Your points of your play.
May I say some words? Okay, in my opinion, Russian couldn't be a lingua franca for many years. For many years, because the process of building an international language is very long process. For example, 2000 years ago, we had French as language of international communication, but it takes more than 200 years to English to become the language of international communication. For example, we can take two examples. The first example is the treaty between the treaty between anti-Napoleonic coalition and French in 1814. It was in French. But on the other side, we have the Versailles Treaty that was written on French and in French and in English, and this was only the first example of being English as lingua franca. For example, it takes more than 20 years to English to become a lingua franca of all over the world from the Treaty of Versailles. And in my opinion, Russian can be a language of international communication on some area. For example, an area of old Soviet Union. Just right now, but also Russian is very hard for foreigners, and I think it's the main reason why Russia couldn't be the lingua franca for many years.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your opinion. So, guys, please, maybe you have other opinions. Feel
Opinions. Yes,
free.
so,
Yeah, go.
I agree. Statements about the group mates in our communication, but I think now gain popularity is Chinese language and Arabic. Yes, French, and I think people should help um, uh, um, come 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 yeah, help in communication barrier and make good atmosphere in communication.
Can I?
yes, one more.
Yes.
We have.
Yeah, thanks. I disagree with our colleagues because I sure that English as a lingua franca because we should understand that English is a simple language for learning compared with, for example, Chinese with Russia because it's very difficult languages for learning, and English is very simple for example, from Russians, from Chinese people. Okay, and we should understand that English use are using, for example, in Africa, in another countries in our world. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Tahir, hello. Can you please introduce yourself? Tell us who you are. I know you for so many years, I think, and this is our, I don't know, our friends for our community for free talks. Tahir is from Pakistan. Please, Tahir, introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you very much, Katarina, for having me in this session. It's really pleasure and honor for me. So, my name is Tahir Bahu. I am from Pakistan. I am president of Fikrik Society International NGO. I am also chairman for the Standing Committee for International Trade in Government of Pakistan for the Chamber of Commerce for now. I'm also former country director for the OIC, and right now I'm working in the European Parliament in Belgium. So right now I'm here, but I am in Czech Republic today, but I am working in Parliament now as a delegate of Pakistan in the EU Parliament. So I met with Katerina Seniskaya approximately 2 years ago, and it was really nice to interact. And we are still connected. You know, guys, what is the beauty of cross-cultural connectivity? We have friends from different countries, different cultures, and to be connected with them throughout the life. Some people, some friends, we cannot forget. For example, uh, as I was talking in the first group before joining this group, I told them the country which I traveled first ever in my life. Like I traveled more than 30 countries, but the first country which I traveled in my life, it was Russia. I started my diplomatic career from Russia. How actually? I was student, then I was applying to different programs, different international conferences like cross-cultural international camps, forums. Then I was selected in a international youth camp in Kazan. So they invited me there in Tatarstan. I went there. It was the start in my diplomatic and international career. So it was very nice and good experience. I met different people from different countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Mauritania, so many countries, like more than 50 countries, people came over there. Many senior officials from Russia, they participated as well. So, in short, by that conference, which was the first one in my life, when I participated in person in any conference, it was there in Kazan. So now it was the start. What I learned, I met with the different people who have the different cultural backgrounds. I was interacting with them. I was very excited. It was very good exposure and experience to speak with them. They spoke different languages, but we were trying to communicate in English language. So it was very good experience. So just because of that one, then I became more confident. Oh, then I did not stop. So it's time for you if you are students, and I would like to ask all of the members of this international speaking club, which my friend Katerina is managing. Very good initiative, and it's time for you. It's chance for you. Go and chase your goals to interact with different people. One last thing, which I would love to mention here, it's a very big opportunity. You have a chance to connect with international people, international leaders. You know, if you will connect with them, you can become friends like this, become friends. And if you will be friends, you can exchange your experiences with each other. You can ask to other leaders what are the opportunities in the world, what is happening in the world, in other countries, and so many things in the world. You can grow worldwide. You can become global citizen. You can become global leader. So it is the beauty. No borders for you. You will be worldwide famous leader. So it's time for you. Thank you very much for having me, Katrina. I'm very grateful.
Thank you so much. And we have the question, especially you are as a foreign speaker. So you speak English very well, but it's not your native language. And tell me, please, is it possible for you to speak Russian? Because we think about if it's possible for Russian to become the lingua franca. Actually, we have some thoughts, but what do you think? Is it easy to learn Russian? Have you ever tried to do this?
Uh, yes, I tried, but I have many friends there, and they were trying to teach me spasiba, prosim. I know some words as well. So, but due to some other activities, I could not keep it continue. But of course, if now, for example, I am learning French, I learned it approximately when I came before joining Parliament. I learned French, so it was the requirement. I did. So if I will spend some 3 or 4 months, like 6 months, I know I can learn it, and maybe for now not, but maybe in future I will must learn it, because there are few most popular languages in the world like English, French, Spanish, Russian, and Arabic. These 4 or 5 languages are very worldwide adopted and popular. So because I am interacting with the diplomats and the leaders from these countries, so it is important. I think if I will try more, I will learn. But I need to spend 3 or 4 months particularly to learn with full focus. It is possible, why not? And I love to learn it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. So it is time to go to the main room. Please, let's go back to the main room to make up the conclusion and to make up the final discuss, to exchange our opinions about everything we have learned today. Let's go. So, first online meeting is because of you, because you really inspired me to organize it. And Tahir, you know that we met several times online and not yet offline. But in general, my club is for offline meetings. But today I realized that it is so wonderful that despite the space, we can be together, we can discuss so many important questions. And one of the most important question is how to deal with cross-cultural misunderstandings, how to understand other people's points of view and to tolerate with the different points of view, what rules we need to follow to organize very fruitful cooperation. And today, from my part, I want to say thanks all of you for your work, for your thoughts. And I want to tell you that it is so amazing that I know that we are all students or teachers. And now this is the little today, how I feel it is the world of communication, and we have the bridge, and this bridge is foreign language. And I think this is one of the most important thing, to have the practice and to listen and to understand what people say and think. And thank you so much, guys, for your wonderful work. And the most important question today, we discussed all questions, and I want to listen from all of you. What do you think about today's session? And I want you to answer the three questions, only three questions. What and what did you learn from today's session? Why it is important for you, and how you will use it in your life. So what, why, and how. Who wants to start? Как это можно это? What, how, why, and how. Ой. Guys, please feel free.
Excuse me, can I start, please?
Yes, please, Luba, start. You will be the first. Go.
Okay, thank you. So I'd like to begin this about talking what was the most spectacular in our today's meeting. So for me, if I had heard this question in some informal meeting, I would was like, I guess everything was so new and so wonderful. I never had an experience like this before, so it was like a shock for the first minutes of our online meeting. Why this was so confusing at first and so cheerful during the meeting. I would explain it like I had to take some time to get used to our work, but it was a really important experience for me. I had a dream to share some feelings with people from another culture, and today my dream come true. I met so many people who were citizens from another country, and cities of Russia and cities of another countries who had different cultural traditions, and well, it was so exciting for me. In my opinion,
Yeah.
experience like this can improve our language using skills and help us to better understand people who are not living in Russia at least, but now we can communicate with foreigners and persons all around the world.
Oh, thank you.
And yes, that's all.
Thank you, Luba. Thank you so
Thank you
much
for listening.
for yes, please, Ekaterinburg. I will URGPU, please.
So you're welcome. Uh, thank you. Thank I'm about a lot of opinions about cross-cultural communication, and it is will be useful for me for my future maybe travels and communicate with foreigners. So any other? No? Okay.
Today we are talking about cross-cultural communications, and we know about how to share your opinion with people who are foreign countries, who are from foreign countries, and now we know about some aspects what we should do when we communicate with foreigners and what we should not to do when we talk about some aspects, some types, and moreover, uh, that's I, okay. This dialogue and this exchange in opinions is really useful for me because now this knowledge I can realize I can use in my cross-cultural communications and when I will talk with foreigners. And that's all that I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep
I
going.
want to thank you, Ekaterina, for organizing this meeting for all of us. And this was the first time that we participated in a virtual cafe. It's a really interesting format when we can exchange and with each other, work in teams and exchange opinions in such a format. It was really useful and inspiring. And the topic you've aroused, the problems that were discussing today were really very topical and are topical and will be, I guess. That is why we are to find together uh, the ways of really fruitful communication between different people over the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And guys, please, who wants, before we close our session today, and before taking the picture of today's event to remember this, I want to also to listen from other people some feedback. It's very important, and the most important is what did you learn new, why you will use it, and how it is important or not important for you. I don't know. Please.
Please,
May I
can I?
say?
Who?
May I say something?
Yes, you may. Please.
As for me, I'm very glad to be a. Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 I can. Yes, yes, we can. Go.
As for me, I'm very glad to be a part of this interesting event. So thank you very much. And I understood that the respectation is one of the most important thing when you want to communicate with people from other countries. And our meeting was very useful for me because I want to travel, I want to communicate with people from other cultures. And I think that it's not only important to know foreign languages, but it's also significant to learn to understand the peculiarities of other cultures and their styles of life. So thank you for this meeting.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. So, Simeon, I know that you want to say something.
Yes,
I
yes.
know.
I want to say something to begin with. I'd like to say that it's absolutely interesting format of our conversation. The World Cup is really interesting to exchange your opinion with others and so on, and hear their opinions. Uh, I know a lot of information which we discuss today, but I learned something new, and the most memorable information I heard from Tahir. It's was a really important to hear, and the information which he said um, really close to my mind, to my heart. For example, if you want to, no, 1 second. No, he said about uh, while you students, you should to take new friendships, uh, new foreign friendships, and it's really important in modern world. That's all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you, guys. I will tell you that actually Simeon and also Maxim and also Alexander and also Anna and these people are the participants and also the organizers of today's session. I mean, and to be honest, they are so young. I mean, and I'm so proud that they also actually it's not prepared. I didn't give them answers or something, but they share their point of view, and so important that people can communicate, and never mind what age and what nationality is it, and from what city we are. We just can understand each other. So thankful to you. And I think the last but not the least, maybe some conclusion remarks, and we will go back to our final words. And thanks.
Can I say a few words about this meeting?
Yes, yes, very important. Of course, Anna, go.
Okay. Um, Thank you for this event. I am so happy to be a part of this meeting. It will obviously help me in cross cultural communication. I talked with wonderful people, and I think I started to speak more freely. We discussed interesting topics, and I hope the information I got today will help me greatly in my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And yeah.
Yes, so some words from my side in the end for all of you youngsters. Just follow simple steps right now. Where are you? It does not matter in which class you are, in your college, university, it does not matter. Do some steps now. Hey, so one thing, just decide what you want to do in your life. One simple. If you want to become a diplomat, if you want to become a politician, if you want to become a businessman, if you want to become a professor, anything. Just decide one thing. That's it. So once you will decide, because most of the people are here for a cross cultural experience, so it means clearly you people are looking towards international sphere, international market. So it means either a big global leader or a diplomat. So more people maybe will be looking like this, for example. So number one, decide what you want to do. Number two, look into the requirements. What are the requirements to reach to your goals? Look into requirements. Requirements are very important. Like academic requirements, you should study the relevant courses, relevant degrees. Number two, work practically. Meet with the people who are very relevant to your goal. For example, I wanted to become a politician and diplomat and businessman. I started to meet with the businessmen. I started to meet with the politicians. I started to meet with the diplomats, ambassadors in your country, maybe. Any diplomat, globally, locally, anywhere. Meet with the relevant people and say goodbye to the irrelevant people. They are not for you. So decide your goal, study relevant things, meet with the relevant people. Future is your. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And can we switch on all our cameras, and let's let's take a picture for all of us, if it's possible. So I know that some of you have already left us because of some deals. Uh, yeah. Uh, so let's take a picture, the final picture of today's session. Yes, yes, very important. Come on, guys, come on. It's very important that this is the history. We are doing the history. We are making the history right now with our own hands. And yes, Maxim, can you take some picture? So, guys, and I one more time, I really appreciate our meeting today. And in our chat, we will send the link for our community, for our site, and for our groups in Telegram channel. And we want to keep in touch with you. And I hope this meeting will start our beginning of cooperation and collaboration with all world. Let's make the future here and now, and enjoy your life. Thank you, and have a nice day, and see you soon. And bye.
Bye.